Hello, and thank you so much for joining me. I'm Janie Goddard, President of the Complementary Medical Association. And for today's CMA members showcase video, I would love to introduce you to Candace and Eunice Cheung. These ladies are from Crystal Bowl of Light. So I was just wondering, ladies, please introduce yourselves if you wouldn't mind, and tell us a little bit about the work that you do.
Well, first of all, thank you so much to CMA to give us these opportunities. And I think Eunice and I both go on the spiritual journey, and that's how we start. And I used to work for the corporate world. I used to work for The Economist. I worked for the eBay. I worked for the Wall Street Journal. And some way, somehow, I think I joined a hypnotizing course, and I figured out I sort of rediscover who I am. And then I started my journey. I left the corporate world and then joined the spiritual world. And so now I think I always keep telling people this is the best job ever I ever have. And so maybe I'll let Eunice also talk about her background as well.
Thank you.
Yes, so thank you, Jenny, and thank you, Candace. We have such different backgrounds, and I think it's just so amazing to tell the story because I think it's inspire people to understand that coming from whatever background, we are all on our journey in a way. So I actually was doing architecture. Was doing interior design, and then I had a paint shop. And then we came across this meditation center in Hong Kong. And that's where we met crystal bowls. And we were both in love with these bowls and meditations, yoga. And I think that's how we started our path, basically. Yeah.
Fantastic. That's really, really wonderful. So tell me a little bit about the services that you actually offer. Because I think that's a natural progression from just finding out about the Hong Kong connection, which, by the way, I love. I lived in Hong Kong. I had the privilege of living there for some time myself, and what an amazing place. So yeah, I'm really excited to hear more.
Yeah, and we also have a connection with the UK, and we both actually started the Dr. Joe Dispenser, the course in London, and it led us to go and buy the boat in London. And so we bought this boat back at home, and it's like, what are we going to do with this boat, right? And so we sort of bought a lot. I think we just don't really care. We just bought a lot and to start with, kick off with all the crystal ball, and then figure out. And then we have a mentor in US, and we now is basically providing services to teach people how to use this sound to heal themselves. And so not only learning meditation, and also to understand all this tone within your body is your vibration. So right, and you have 37 millions of trillion of cellular within your body and all vibrating, and these vibrations basically have that energy. Well, these type of energy will store within our body, positive and negative, and that's also your emotion as well, and that sometimes could trigger some of the sickness or blockage. And so we use this sound, lovely crystal ball sound, to tune ourselves, and so we teach people how to use that. And Eunice have also interesting thing building up in France as well. So in Hong Kong, I teach in a yoga center. We also have corporate firms, and we also have private section as well. So
wonderful. Okay, Eunice, can you say a little bit about what you're doing in France?
So I think it's interesting because France and Hong Kong were at quite different levels, actually. Crystal balls were quite well developed in Hong Kong, like people know about it, people know about sound baths. Here in France, I feel like it's really just starting. So I give sound baths for people just to have an experience with the balls. I also do one-on-one healing sessions with the balls. I also give the trainings to teach people how to use the ball and have the understanding of what to do with the balls. So I also hold some online sessions as well to reach the international community. We call them healing circles. So we get together, we use the balls to do meditations. Yeah, and we're always actually on the social media. Candace and I were both doing these mini meditation offerings to the communities.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, how wonderful. I think that's fantastic. Actually, at some point, what we probably need to do is to get you together and we'll actually maybe set up an online sound bath. We've done this in the past, actually, for CMA members. But if you're up for it, we would certainly love to do that with you because they are fantastic. They're so healing and so relaxing. And I just think, that the concept of sound healing is something that's in its infancy, because I think I'm so glad you're doing this work because it can be taken so much further as we educate people about how they can actually get involved in this kind of work and actually benefit from it, from the healing side of things. So that brings me on to how do you work with people? I think there may be several different ways. So can people come and see you, or do you work online? I understand you work globally, of course. So how does all of that work? How do people take advantage of what you're offering out into the world?
Yeah, of course, if you're in this side of Asia, in Hong Kong, of course, we welcome you definitely physically to join the session. And so it's quite easy, like, you sign up for the yoga or get us in a one-on-one healing session. But also, Eunice has been running a lot of online courses as well, right?
Yes.
And we
so I luckily to have friends all over the world and they were requesting. So I don't want them to miss out. And so we have learned that the technology today is fantastic. The sound vibrations truly transmit. And so I have done one-on-one healing sessions online as well. So both online and in person, we really like to serve as big a community as we can. Yeah.
Yes.
Sometimes we offer free sound bath and just to certain date, and some people just really want to have a mini session and try it. So we do that as well. And I recently just launched a recording for sound bath, and we're happy to share with everyone.
Oh,
Yes.
that would be amazing, actually, ladies. That would be fantastic. It's so wonderful because obviously here at the CMA, we love to support the work that you're doing, but it's so beautiful, when you've got such a lovely kind offer like that. And it's certainly something that we'll talk to you about afterwards and find a way that as many people as possible can actually join in and benefit from your work. And so if anybody wants, for example, to train with you, for instance, how would they go about doing that? Do they have to come to Hong Kong, or can you teach this work online? How does all of this look in the real world?
Yeah, I mean, for sure, definite. Eunice is set up online. I have teach online as well in Hong Kong during the COVID when it's locked down. So people really have find it so amused that they were able to actually learn. And of course, it's good to select bowl, and so you can actually select the bowl first and then go, and then so that when you during the training, then you're able to have the tool that you need, because sound is really the thing that you have to feel. Yes,
it's very personal, isn't it? I think something like selecting a bowl is a very personal thing, and it has to resonate, excuse the pun, but resonate with you, I guess would be a good way of putting it. And so obviously I know that you've got a lot of amazing things that you're doing at the moment, but how are things developing for you for the future? What else do you have in store for us?
Well, I definitely think it's still really early stage for the sound. I mean, although have thousands of years, a lot of people talk about the pyramid inside is actually water. Is that how they use inside the dome is actually how they create that expansion of the sound. And I think there's some research I think definitely need to do. And for us, we are looking for to really get more people to understand meditation with the sound is actually get you faster to speak, because it's actually way connect with your brain waves, right? And so when we awake, it's from the 12 to 30 hertz. These bowls, when you play, it's jump up to 440 and sometimes 528, depends really on the degree of what kind of note that you're choosing. And so we'll give you a faster way of getting into that status of meditation. And so obviously Eunice and I, we want to really build up that community, and her online things was calling Love Circle. And we obviously want to spread that, I think a lot of people are suffering from the COVID lockdown, and a lot of people didn't realize how subconsciously really make us depressed and really stuck that feeling. You still don't really feel like, you feel really weird. We're still wearing masks in Hong Kong, right? And I don't know, use how you see the future of our work.
Yeah, I think definitely we are slowly growing and understanding how we can serve better the community. I think through the mini sessions that we offer online, we're reaching out to more people that didn't really understand that this could help them. I think what you were saying about sound healing is such a wonderful modality, because it's just a very gentle, a non-invasive way, and it works so well. We have a lot of Reiki teachers that come to us looking for bowls, yoga teachers. It is such a beautiful a tool or added value when we combine with other modalities. And so I think that it's really just the beginning, that we can have so many beautiful collaborations. Candace worked with beautiful yoga teachers, meditators, and other sound healers. So there's so much that we could do together. And so we really want to help people who feel like they are being called. When they see the bowls and they feel interested, there is a calling that we need to answer. And I think that is something that we are really happy to be in this space and in this journey together to bring this love to the community.
Oh, that's absolutely beautiful. Thank you. That really is just such a lovely thing to hear. And I think what we can probably do to best serve the viewers is just to explain to everybody that, ladies, if you wouldn't mind, if you could make sure that my team have all your contact details. So when we actually come to edit this video, what we'll do is we'll put under the video all the show notes. So if you're watching this live, you'll just be able to click down where it says more ... just click down and you'll be able to see all of the contact details for Candace and Eunice. And also, ladies, will you be able to give details about how to actually get bowls and training there as well as actual sessions with you? I think if we can have as many options for people as possible, I think that would be really a wonderful way to serve everybody. How does that sound to you?
Yeah, perfect. Wonderful.
Yes. Okay, lovely. So in short then, before we let you go, can you just say for anybody who might be listening to this, because a lot of people either watch this, perhaps on YouTube or websites or where have you, but also there are a lot of people who listen to the CMA showcase videos as a podcast. So for anybody who's listening in, save them looking up the show notes, what would be the best contact details for you?
Crystal Bowl of Light.
Crystal Bowl of Light. Okay, so if somebody
on Instagram and on YouTube, Facebook is the same name. You just look Crystal Bowl of Light and you'll find us.
That's super easy. I'm all for simplicity. That's fantastic. Ladies, thank you so much. It's been such a privilege to meet you. And actually, as we just discussed, I would very much like to have a chat with you after we finish the video, just to talk a little bit about, how we can maybe get a session together for all of our viewers. I think everybody would benefit from that. I think you're so right. Everybody's really suffering at the moment globally. So as an aftermath of COVID, we hope aftermath of COVID, and of course, the financial situation and global conflict. So I think, yes, let's see what we can do to put something together for everybody to help them. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure. It really has.
Yes, thank you so much, Janae, for having us.
Pleasure. Thank you. Thank you.